Dominator, here we are in Warframe, and I want to talk about a issue with the Dakra Prime. And obviously this is relevant to other weapons in the game as well, other things in game, but it's extremely relevant right here. And I know this is not a straight up, let's just say here's a build, you're good to go, awesome weapon, blah blah blah. There was a time that the Dakra Prime was freaking phenomenal. But I've got to address this because it's been bothering me. I've been playing with the Dakra Prime for the past week, whatever. And I still like it, but at this point now, honestly, it's and this is hard for me to say. Anyone that knows me, it's just a weapon to level up. It's just mastery fodder, if you will, at this point, and that is so disappointing because this used to be such a great weapon, and I mean it's still a good weapon. Don't get me wrong, but power creep, extreme power creep, has just caused this to be just one of those. Yeah, I get it. I level it, and it's done. And we'll kind of try to go through that here and explain this to you. These swords are obviously my favorite setup of weapons. We know that. Skana Prime, Dakra Prime, Broken War. This sword is on my favorite class, minus the sheath, not including the sheath. The sheath, everybody knows, with my dagger. But here we have a clear-cut case of power creep. And it's killed what is a great weapon. This is the setup I've got on the weapon, just for anyone who wants to see it. And in this case, prime pressure point is the same as regular pressure point in terms of where I'm at with 120% melee damage on it. I just don't have the cores or extra mods to get it ranked up any higher at this moment. I'll get there. Same thing with the Fury, the Prime Fury. I just don't have the stuff to rank up my Prime Fury and Prime Pressure Point at this point to be able to get them up there, but they'll be moved up. Okay, and when we look at the numbers are pretty decent. I mean, this used to be one of the best weapons you could get for the longest time. And, you know, slash 337, just is the way it's set up right now, okay? We got a heat in here. I like my heat corrosive combo and 345 on corrosive. See wall attack. You see the numbers are pretty good here. But they came out with the Second Dream and they came out with the Broken War. And this is where things really become a problem because I've been playing the Dakra Prime and it just does not feel like a top end weapon any longer. Anymore. At all. We go and we even compare the basic stats to the two. You can clearly see the difference. It's close to a double. Yeah, it's more like 75% more damage, if you will, give or take, right? We're not being fully mathematical here, but look at that difference, okay? And I come over here, and you can clearly see already from the stat upgrade. Same exact setup. I got the mod, slightly different placement, but same exact setup, okay? This is also the only weapon, only melee weapon, actually the only weapon that I have the Matter Eye focus on. Only weapon, and it's because I run this so much that allows me to rank up the Matter Eye along with my other ones. The Xeneric, which is pretty much what I use most of the time. But you can see the difference here. We're almost doubling what we had in terms of damage. And that's kind of just... Don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't love this weapon, but that's really out of place. I mean, you're almost doubling. And if I go ahead and I bring up Prime Pressure Point all the way, then I don't change the other weapon at all, I would more or less double what I could get off of any other sword in this category just from this weapon. And that clearly is a case of an issue. One, in terms of you having to choose, right? I mean, choice. Why logically am I going to choose the Dakra Prime now when I could have the Broken War? clearly I've got better damage. And I understand, you guys know me, I'm definitely in favor of choosing whatever weapon you want. You can do whatever you want. But this is a clear, direct power creep issue. We don't have enough mods in game to fix this, to make this weapon different than the other weapon. We don't have a great damage system as it currently stands, which we've talked about damage 3.0 for how long now, and they have yet to implement it. And then we get this issue here. And like I said, there's a couple other weapons that are clearly broken in terms of power creep. When you take one type and you move it up to the next one, you could see the level increase. But this is basically, okay, all we did was we basically almost double what the Dakra Prime can do. We make it look different, and here it is. I don't know what to say. I mean, I want to be positive and say, oh, you know, things are awesome all the time, but you guys, I know, it's not. This is the reality here. We've got no innovation left. Basically reskinning and just adding more damage. And so in this case, all I'm going to keep doing using my Broken War. I mean, I leveled up the Dakra Prime again, and I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would. So I'm just going to stick here. And I'll add more Forma here when I get my Prime mods leveled up far enough that I need to add more Forma to it. Future weapons coming. Where's the power creep going to be? We don't know yet. When are they going to bring out damage 3.0 and really change things around? When are they going to give us more mods to actually really be able to capably mod something? You know, at this point, why not just turn around and give everybody a decent critical chance and decent status chance on the weapon and let them build it however the hell they want to build it? I mean, honestly. I like building status. Other people like building critical. Either way can be extremely good. Let people just enjoy it and do what they want with it, and we have to figure something out. I don't know. I mean, I wanted to make a setup video, but this is where I ended up after a week of hardcore playing the Dakra Prime again. Every time I looked at it, I just kept coming back here to the Broken War. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, yeah, that's where it stands right now on there. If you guys got comments, questions, please do feel free to share them. And I'll catch you next episodes. Thanks for tuning in as always. We'll see you soon.